But my name is Sure Look Good. This is Jungle Juice. It's another episode. This is my fellow right here, Mr. Phil Soul. He came in. He came to kick it with us. I appreciate it. So, Mr. Phil Soul, my first question is,
Mm-hmm.
what got you into music?
My uncle.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle was and is, you could say, a DJ. He's
Mm-hmm.
been DJing all my life. I watched him make music. I started producing when I was a kid using the MPC. Um, and then just being exposed to music. Like I wrote my first rhyme at 6. Influenced by the Wu-Tang Clan.
Ooh.
And then I remember like distinctively, in my grandparents' house at the time, we had a whole separate room.
Mm-hmm.
And my uncle obviously as a DJ collects a lot of music. So he had like CDs on CDs. Like I grabbed like probably 10 of them, and at the time I didn't know what they were.
Mm-hmm.
So you had like if I remember 100% correctly, I think it was Wu-Tang Clan, 36 Chambers. You had Nas, Illmatic. You had Reasonable Doubt. You had Born to Die or Ready to Die. No, why I say Born to Die? Ready to Die. It was like a few, but those are the distinct ones. So for me, it was like listening to 36 Chambers, and then me and my uncle going to the park playing ball. I was always internalizing music, and I just started literally writing.
Wow.
And then I was heavily influenced by Nas's Illmatic. Like I had memorized that whole CD front and backwards, and this was like at 9 or 10.
Wow.
So I can go further, but that's pretty
That's
much
how you started?
That's pretty much where it came from. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what was because you said it was at a young age. So
Very
at
young.
that young age, did you already have it set in your mind that you wanted to stick with music, or did you have
No.
like another one, like I want to be a police officer, a firefighter?
No.
It was just straight.
No, I played basketball all my life.
So you wanted to play ball.
I was playing basketball all my life,
Mm-hmm.
and creating art and still writing.
Mhm.
Like writing was always the side thing for me.
Okay.
It wasn't actually making music. I used to print out lyrics from every single song that I memorized and songs I known, some I didn't know, and I would practice writing the cadence on the back of the lyrics.
Oh wow.
And then that's how I would literally practice writing. I didn't start making music, like really making music, until I was actually in the middle of getting my master's degree. So, but yeah.
Wow. So, but you were writing that entire time.
Yeah. Writing never stopped.
Okay.
Writing was where my mind was. So it was all about writing. It wasn't really because, truth be told, if you want to be 100% honest, I never want to follow the stereotype of being a typical black man making music. I felt like I had other things that I could do. Like my ambition was to be a doctor. I have
Really?
my master's in applied sociology. I'm literally 2 terms from being a doctor, and then I
Oh,
chose to
wow.
go with my passions. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, so the music is the passion, is a strong passion,
Mm-hmm.
but the what you want to do, I guess, to give back to the people would be the doctor in the sociology.
That's originally where my head was.
Okay.
And
Do you still crave that, or?
no, I've learned.
Ooh.
I've learned. It becomes different once you start asking yourself when it's not about the people, when it's about you, and when you want to wake up every day. I had one professor.
Mhm.
I'm literally in the middle of my. I was just about to begin my thesis, and we had this one professor. He was actually a part-time professor.
Okay.
He pulled us all to New York one night. Now, my degree is in applied sociology. That means conducting studies.
Mhm.
My specialization was qualitative methods, which is observation and ethnographies. A whole
Okay.
bunch of other technical stuff. So he was just like, pulls us to New York. We're at Washington Square Park. We go to this bar or whatever, sit down, eat, and talking. He was just like, yo, listen, if you remember anything from this class, remember this one thing. Do not do something that you're not passionate about. And it clicked. I literally sat
Wow.
there and I was just like, wow. Okay. All right. I'm like, this might be a wash, but whatever. I don't start, not finish, so we gonna finish this. But I had some thinking to do.
Okay. Because I'm like, when I heard you say it's like a wash. I personally don't think so, because that's something you learned, and it's
Mhm.
something that you can still put into whatever you do in your daily life.
Oh no, and I still do. I still do.
But I think that's pretty remarkable. You did all of that, and then at that one moment in time, that when you're at that bar with the part-time professor, it clicked, it hit you like this is what.
Well, I had already published 3 books and did a whole bunch of other stuff with life at that point.
So these were you okay? So when you were already in your, let me see, that was your master's. You were already in your master's, right?
Yeah, I was 2 degrees deep at that point.
Oh wow. And you wrote, I think you said, I think I read up on your bio, you had some books that were published, but they were no longer published. Like, did you just, like,
Contractual obligations with the publisher.
Mhm.
Like, and that's just business stuff. Like,
Oh, just business stuff.
So if you decide, for example, that, I need to renegotiate my contract, whether it be with music or anything else, and you have some type of rapport with whoever you're doing business with, sometimes there's usually ultimatums in the contract.
I get that.
So if we're going to say, well, we're going to cut ties, okay, we're going to unpublish this work, which is fine.
But you do have some physical copies of your books, right? Like your own.
Well, I gave those out. I published 6 more independently after that. So that's.
Oh, okay. So you're still doing the book thing, but just without the contract.
Yeah, it's on me. It's 100% independent,
okay.
so I get paid for it. So.
Ain't that how you doing your music as well? You're doing your music independently too, right?
Well, now it's independent.
Yeah, because
I was dealing with an independent label. Estabrook Road Records. Shout out to my guy Jason. And like somewhere around last year, we had just a real conversation. And one thing, like, if you make music, and I want you to know this, if you sign as an artist to a record label, understand this. If once you sign this contract, depending on what's in the contract, whatever you negotiate, understand this. If a label does something for you, marketing, promotion wise, or anything like that, that's coming out of your back end. So you're not going to get the residuals from whatever money is coming in from your music until that's all paid back. So when I was with that label, I had probably over 1.75 million streams and views, right? But that doesn't equal how much they had to put in the marketing. So I wasn't getting paid for it. So I had to have a conversation with them, like, listen, bro, I need to get paid. And then at that point, I had served and fulfilled my contract with him. And, now I'm back independent.
So what do you think would be better for some of the viewers out there? What do you think would be better for them to start out independently or start out contractually?
It depends on what you're trying to do, what your trajectory is.
With the music, like in your instance.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. It depends on what your trajectory is, what your 5-year plan is, what your 10-year plan is. If you're someone who is saying you're business minded and you own companies or plan to own companies, it's probably going to be better to be independent. Why? Because you're going to get majority of that money, and you're going to be able to teach yourself marketing, promotion, and understand these aspects of the business. But if you're someone who doesn't want to do any of that, if you're someone who feels like, listen, I'd rather just concentrate on creating and stuff like that, it's probably better to go through a label or go through some type of management deal. Or I mean, there's a lot of different deals you can go through, but it's probably better to have someone that's actually going to hold your hand through that structure. But if you're someone who's more business minded, it's probably best to be independent, honestly, especially in this day and age.
Yeah, I would definitely have to say so on that. I definitely have to say so. But enough on the business. And I wanted to ask about some of your albums. Which out of your albums, you have a couple, definitely a couple. But out of all the albums that you produced, which one do you think is your favorite?
Honestly, the ones that are not released yet. Just be honest with you. Let's be real.
So okay. Explain.
The reason I say that because like my name now is Phil Soul. I went by J Ransom, which I put out probably over 200 tracks and a whole bunch of projects. Blah 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 blah. But with maturity, with further understanding what I wanted to do as an artist and how I wanted to present myself, strengthening songwriting and everything like that. For me, it's more about the ones I'm holding in the vault, which are coming out later this year. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so those are probably the
something
projects.
To look forward to.
Yeah, those are projects that are my favorite. And part of the reason that they're my favorite, just because it shows a certain amount of growth. So it shows a certain amount of diversity.
So basically, like, for instance, if I would listen to your first album, which was For Everything, right? That was your first one, right?
Yeah, very first one.
So For Everything, and then I listen to what you dropped now, your newer album, you're gonna see a total difference, right?
Yeah, it's way different.
I would like to. I can't wait to hear that. I can't wait to hear it because it's the first time for me actually listening to this man's music, Mr. Phil Soul, and I came with an open mind, and I'm not gonna lie, his music is it's really good. It's really good. I'm not even trying to blow smoke up anybody's pipe. I'm telling you, if you give it a chance, you're definitely gonna like it. You'll be in your car, in your job, at the gym. I mean, it's versatile, straight versatile. Like my video producer, I'm not gonna say his name, but he was like, "Oh, who's this?" And we were listening to the music the entire day. I let the tracks just play through, and it was literally the same person, Mr. Phil Soul. But what I mean by with having a different direction, he can do that. He can have an R&B feel. It can have a hard rap feel. It could be just some mellow. So I'm telling you guys, give it a chance. Check it out. You will definitely enjoy his music. Support this man absolutely all day.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I got what you want, baby, what you need. I got what you want, baby, what you need. I got what you want, baby, what you need. I got what you want, baby, what you need. I got that make you swim in the clouds, that love to make you scream out loud, that love to make you question how are we found, like the wisdom, convincing, conviction, and passion, orgasms, good food, relax shit. You deserve love, you deserve the drug. You know that high that you dream of, that dream love, the type of love you could never overdose. What you want, hope, love, deep strokes. Let me make love to your mind. Let me give you everything you deserve in time. What you want? I got what you want, baby, what you need. I got what you want, baby, what you need. I got what you want, baby, what you need. I got what you want.
Man,
It's gonna go well.
all right, but anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit of a complex question. But it might be pretty simple for you because you're a pretty smart guy. What is your vision for the culture?
Now, which part
Hip-hop.
of my
What
vision?
you do? Yes, you're the path that you're on because you're incorporating yourself into the culture of the music.
Mhm.
What is your vision for it? Like, what will be your touch that you put on it?
Well, my touch on the culture would be just being genuine. I believe in firmly being able to connect the dots. So, from where I grew up from, like I said, when you go to Wu-Tang Clan, 36 Chambers, you go to Nas, Illmatic, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, to be able to take stuff like that and to still be able to connect it to stuff that Drake's doing, stuff that you would hear R.I.P. Pop Smoke was doing, stuff that you would hear like the Brooklyn drill that's going on now.
Yeah.
For us to still be able to keep it as genuine as possible and true to what the culture originally was intended for, because originally the culture was, call it what it is, was created as an outlet for people.
Yeah.
It was created to heal people. It was created to it wasn't created to be commercially viable. It was created to give people vibes, make them feel
Very
a certain
true.
way, to help them forget about life for a second. So my thing is to add that, to make sure that the frequency at which I create on is on a level where, as you said, someone can be sitting in the car and be able to listen to it all day.
Yeah.
Someone can be going through something relationship wise, they can listen to it. Someone can literally be trying to talk to a girl. All right, here's a song. You trying to talk to this girl? I got a song for you. You know what I mean?
That
Like
works out.
that to me, that's my touch on the culture, to be as genuine and true to yourself as possible. Because
I had a feeling you were going to say that because I actually thought about that. Just listen to your music, not even knowing you in no aspect of the way. Just listening to you because I wanted to make sure I had a blind reaction to what you had to say. And I had a feeling that listening to your music, you were trying to connect the old to the new. Just listening to it. And I literally felt that. And when you said that, I was like, wow, okay, I wasn't too far off. Okay.
yeah,
And I feel almost like you want to be like a silent contributor to the culture. Like you don't need the accolades. You want it to be. You just want it to become what it's supposed to be.
I'm gonna put it like this: the accolades don't help. I mean, they don't hurt.
Well, paycheck ain't never gonna
They
hurt
don't
nobody.
hurt.
I mean,
They
I
don't
mean, it
hurt.
ain't gonna
I'll
hurt
take,
nobody.
listen. If I get a Grammy, I'll take the Grammy. I'm not gonna
You
turn
gotta
down the
take-
Grammy.
No, you gotta take the check. He gonna be like, you can have the green back.
Well, I mean, yeah, after you give me a check, but checks usually come with the Grammys.
Absolutely.
If there's one thing I learned, like whether it was being in the source or Double XL, any of them articles, is realizing like there's a certain amount of clout that comes with playing that game.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna play that game, you're going to deal with the clout. Does that mean that's what I'm searching for? No. When it comes, it comes. I'm a firm believer that whatever you put out there, whatever you manifest, and whatever you create, and whatever you envision, comes to you in some form of fashion. So for me personally, it's not really about that. Why? Because I can make money in other ways. I design, I make clothes, I make sneakers, and all this other stuff. Fine. But, listen, someone got a check out there. just come holler at me. You know what I mean?
I'll make that check
I'm
worthwhile.
probably not going to ghostwrite for you. I'll help you out. I'll consult you. I'll find you someone that can ghostwrite for you.
Hey, pay attention, y'all. He's telling y'all, so you better hit him up.
I'll produce something. Puffy wise, I can make the beat for you,
Okay.
but
take that.
I'll pull the Puffy. I'll step back and say, listen, you put that snare right there. No, let's change that to a C, not a D. Let's change that. Let's change the keys on that. Hey, you over there? Come here. She can sing that hook. I'll do that. But
that sounds about right.
But but now on a serious note, like I said, it's about really the envisionment and the passion that goes into the music. Whatever else comes from it comes from it. But like I said, I do so many other things that this for me is just what I love to do. It's my passion. It's what wakes me up. But it's not going to be one of the things where it's like
you're gonna lose yourself in it
at all.
That's good. That's good to hear because for my people, I love all my people and I love to support all my people and I just want to see great things for all of my people just around the board. Anybody that knows me, anybody that watches this podcast, you guys know how I am across the board. You know what I mean? And I wish nothing but success for you. I wish nothing but success for your music and whatever your talents will bring you. I wish nothing but success in that aspect. And also, I almost forgot. I'm glad you mentioned your clothing and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I want you to let everybody know where they can find you. I want them to know where they can find your clothing. I want them to support you. So I want you to let everybody know. Hit them up. Let them know. Let them know. It's on you. Let them know where they can get you at.
So I'm promote this. So on Instagram, hit me at I am Phil Soul. My shop is connected through there. At least some of the clothes. The rest you're gonna have to DM me about because a lot of that is custom 101s, including the sneakers I'm wearing.
I did see that bomber jacket too. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, so you should buy it.
Definitely gonna do that.
Okay. I'll take it.
Yeah,
buy 3. But then you got the sneakers. I'm gonna pull a Master P real quick. Not Master P. What's the name, right? So you got these made in Italy, right?
Ooh.
So these are 101s.
I can't see this, but it actually has fur on this shoe.
Nah,
it's fur on that shoe. That ain't no print.
And this is hand printed in Italy. But yeah, like I said, I'll do a bunch. But hit me at I am Phil Soul. I'm actually in the process of starting another company called Vibes and Feels, which will be about culture and so obviously a vibe is a frequency, so we're talking about music, and then a feel would be clothes. Okay. So that artwork, a bunch of other stuff. I am a co-founder of 44 Art Space in Marshtown, New Jersey. Mm-hmm. Go check them out. They do photo, video, and recording there. Mm-hmm. I help design the place. One of my really good friends is still running it. Mm-hmm. So go support them. Do you have a brick and mortar shop, or is that all your clothing online? It's all online.
Okay.
We're thinking about it, but from just an economical standpoint, holding inventory is not something I want to do.
You know what's the crazy part on that when it comes to clothing? I don't think it's the holding inventory. It's the like if you get shorted on your inventory coming in, especially if you got something hot like that bomber jacket I was just talking about. Yeah, I mean I would definitely like my size in that.
That automatically gets paid. Gets made so you can. Like I said, gets paid too. So automatically gets paid, so you can pay for that and it get made. Yeah, like even the stuff that I get done in one of the factories that I deal with overseas, like that's, when something's happening, like the pandemic, it's hard to get that stuff in. So,
yeah, I get it. Yeah, that shipping chain.
So I had to be able to create alternative routes, which is why people can just get stuff straight up, like the hat that I got on my head. Like you can get that stuff. Can't have anything else, not the jewelry. But but that's how it go though, man. Like, like I said, I am Phil Soul on Instagram. I have like 5 accounts, but that's my main account. You'll see 21,000 followers. That's the account. So hit me on there.
All right. Well, you guys heard it from him. You heard it right from his mouth. Check out his page. Check out his clothing. Check out that brick and mortar shop. We got the photography. I want y'all to do all that. Make sure you support this man. Let's see this man do well. Don't forget, any of y'all that be on that TikTok community, don't forget that black TikTok community. I want all y'all know who I'm talking about, to support this man, all right? Don't forget it. Always be around. I'm glad you guys stayed around for another episode of Jungle Juice. I appreciate it. And we out of here, man. Thank you again.